straightforward resolution will bring the clarity and fairness that everyone deserves. The President of the United States, the House of Representatives, and the American people. This is the fair roadmap for our trial. We need it in place before we can move forward. So the Senate should prepare to remain in session today until we complete this resolution and adopt it.
They want to do it
This basic
overnight.
four-part structure aligns with the first steps of the Clinton impeachment trial in 1999.
It's not the same.
21 years ago, 100 senators agreed unanimously that this roadmap was the right way to begin the trial. All 100 senators agreed the proper time to consider the question of potential witnesses was after opening arguments and senators' questions. Now, some outside voices have been urging the Senate to break with Preston on this question. Loud voices, including the leadership of the House majority, colluded with Senate Democrats and tried to force the Senate to pre-commit ourselves to seek specific witnesses and documents before senators had even heard opening arguments or even asked questions. These are potential witnesses, Mr. President, whom the House managers themselves declined to hear from, whom the House itself declined to pursue through the legal system during its own inquiry. The House was not facing any deadline. They were free to run whatever investigation they wanted to run. If they wanted witnesses who would trigger legal battles over presidential privilege,
Witnesses are witnesses.
they could have had those fights. But the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee and the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee decided not to. They decided their inquiry was finished and moved right ahead. The House chose not to pursue the same witnesses they apparently would now like the Senate to pre-commit to pursuing ourselves. As I've been saying for weeks, nobody will dictate Senate procedure to United States senators. A majority of us are committed to upholding the unanimous bipartisan Clinton precedent against outside influences with respect to the proper timing of these mid-trial questions. And so, if any amendments are brought forward to force premature decisions on mid-trial questions, I will move to table such amendments and protect our bipartisan precedent. If a senator moves to amend the resolution in order to subpoena specific witnesses or documents, I will move to table such motions because the Senate will decide those questions later in the trial, just like we did back in 1999. Now, Mr. President, today may present a curious situation. We may hear House managers themselves agitate for such amendments. We may hear a team of managers led by the House Intelligence and Judiciary Committee chairman argue that the Senate must pre-commit ourselves to reopen the very investigation they themselves oversaw and voluntarily shut down.
No.
It would be curious to hear
They opened up that case and you closed it.
That the Senate must pre-commit ourselves to supplementing their own evidentiary record to enforcing subpoenas they refused to enforce, to supplementing a case they themselves have recently described as overwhelming.
What about the witnesses which they wanted to bring into the case that you didn't, that you guys wouldn't accept?
Reasonable doubt. So, Mr. President,
case
these
without
mid-trial
witnesses?
questions could potentially take us even deeper into even more
Case without
complex
evidence?
constitutional waters. For example, many senators, including me, have serious concerns about blurring the traditional role between the House and the Senate within the impeachment process. The Constitution divides the power to impeach from the power to try. The first belongs solely to the House, and with the power to impeach comes the responsibility to investigate. The Senate agreeing to pick up and carry on the House's inadequate investigation.
Inadequate.
Could incentivize frequent.
You didn't allow any of the information.
From future House majorities.
Didn't allow any of the.
Dramatically change the separation of powers between the House and the Senate. If the Senate agrees, we will conduct both the investigation and the trial of an impeachment. What's more, some of the proposed new witnesses include executive branch officials whose communications with the president and with other executive branch officials lie at the very core of the president's constitutional privilege. Pursuing those witnesses could indefinitely delay the Senate trial and draw our body into a protracted and complex legal fight over presidential privilege.